Start.
So hip number 7, Roth, should be getting out there and establishing the lead, but it is also the tall figure there, Sophie O'Sullivan, getting in amongst the action early as they start to settle. But nice smooth moving there, settling in at the 100-metre mark, and now the field's just starting. A little bit of pushing and shoving at the back as Coyne just got shunted out, but now she makes that move and takes a few bodies as they go into the bend for the first time, Mitch.
And it's Campbell just tucked in beautifully behind Roth there, who did such a great job to get towards the front. It can be a bit of carnage early, so did really well to be able to set this pace. So Campbell right on the outside of her. On the inside rail there is Sophie O'Sullivan in those Washington colours. Just behind her is Georgia Hansen. Morgan Mitchell not too far away either, and just tucked in nicely right on the outside there is going to be
Jayla Hancock Cameron sitting in that third position behind the pacemaker at the moment, just to the outside of O'Sullivan. You've got Caulfield going relatively wide at the moment at the rear of the field, and also with Humphrey. But out front, still Roth and Campbell looking good. Hancock Cameron looking nice as they go through. 68 seconds there, so it's around 4-minute pace, I think, or just a bit over. So about 4:15 pace, for the opening salvo there of the first lap of the 1500.
So Holly Campbell looking really comfortable there, just more than happy to tuck right in behind Roth. Right behind her there is Hancock Cameron, and so too is Georgia Hansen. So we asked the question, where was Georgia Hansen at? She obviously came off that national championship in the cross country. She's tucked in beautifully at 4th place. A little bit behind there is Morgan Mitchell, and in a nice pack just on the back of it there is Sophie O'Sullivan. But at the front of the field, it is Roth still leading them out, the pacemaker. Just behind there is still going to be Holly Campbell. So too is Hancock Cameron and Hansen. They stretch it out about 5 to 10 metres towards Morgan Mitchell, who's looking comfortable as she maybe tries to pick up a little bit of distance as they make their way to the 700-metre mark, and they will come through the start-finish line now. But this front four looking really comfortable, and see how far Roth takes them through.
So the question being asked of Mitchell at the moment, and she's just sitting back off that pack at the moment. So Sullivan just drifting back through. Then you've got the chase pack there led by Madison Caulfield. But Georgia Hansen looking so good as they hit the 800-metre mark, and they go through at about 2:18 thereabouts, or 2:17. So a 68-second lap, the second one there. And our pacemaker has done their job, leaving it is Holly Campbell and also Hancock Cameron out front with Hansen chasing.
And it looks like they've picked up that pace a little bit up that back straight as well there, Tim. So it is going to be Campbell. She hasn't had to do too much of the work, in fact, any of it until now, thanks to the great work there from Roth. As Campbell now, she's going to try and stretch it away. The likes of Hansen right on the back, about a metre behind there. And in front of her is going to be Hancock Cameron. So you mentioned a really class competitor. Just nudges right up on the shoulder there. She'll be able to hear her breathing, Holly Campbell, as she just stays her course on the rail. It's Hancock Cameron on the outside. Look at Hansen tucked in beautifully in the one position towards the back. So they're about to hit the bell here. Watch the clock. It's 3:09, 3:10 as it hits it, and it's a pack of 3. Morgan Mitchell about to come through now, and behind her there too is Ruby Madden.
So we're on about the 4:18 pace at the moment. I think they're going to kick down and go quicker than that. We're not seeing much change. That group of 3 is very tight. Hansen just sitting there in the third position. Hancock Cameron looking very solid there in second. Campbell leading the way. Big gap then to Morgan Mitchell. So looking down the stretch now, I think there's a gap forming. Hancock Cameron just going to the outside of Campbell. Hansen being asked the question of as they go through with 200 to go, and Hancock Cameron hits the lead.
So Hancock Cameron goes for the slingshot effect around the 200-metre mark. She goes right on past Holly Campbell. Behind her there is Georgia Hansen, but it is all the class of Jayla Hancock Cameron. 100 metres to go. Starts to stretch away now, puts the foot on the accelerator and takes it right off the brake. So it is going to be Hancock Cameron. She starts to stretch her way down the home straight. Holly Campbell was brave, but it's going to be a race that belongs to Jayla Hancock Cameron as she now starts to look at the clock. 4:12, 4:13, 4:14 as she hits it. It's Jayla Hancock Campbell followed by Holly Campbell. So too now Georgia Hansen in third, as now we start to see Sophie O'Sullivan make her way through in 4th place. 4:25, Morgan Mitchell now right behind them. There is also Ruby Madden. Maddie Caulfield are going to hit the line, as we now also see Emma Hogan just going around the outside of Jessica Coyne down that home straight. But what an absolute class affair that was from Jayla Hancock Cameron, as we see our